So this video is about something that a lot of guys might have a problem with, and that's this little part that likes to chill out right there up above your coils. And what happened was my gauges wouldn't light up. Now they light up, and my high beam looks like it's on. I should probably reverse my wires. I just set them in there. I got them backwards. I knew it as soon as I did it. But my headlight wasn't working. And now you can see it's working. What you have to do to bypass, you can bypass this thing. This is your headlight relay. I looked up online in the xs1100 or the xs.com, xs11.com forums, and there was a thread in there, and it was either the volt regulator or it was a headlight relay. The volt regulator is this thing. That still might be at fault. I'm not positive because my my turn signals, when I put on the right signal, it dims. It's like dimly lit. And I put on my left, nothing happens. But I don't even have any turn signals hooked into this thing yet, so that could be the problem. Without having anything plugged into it, something might not work. I have already tested my flasher, and I plugged it into one of my signals that worked, and I put it in line between the positive and the battery and the light, and it flashed. It does work. So I think I just need a load on there greater than the bulb that's in it. But if your headlight isn't working and your gauges aren't on, it's possibly this stupid little thing, the headlight relay, which is funny because I don't know why the headlight relay would be connected to the gauge lights, because they totally didn't work, and I was like, you know, the wiring harness looked perfect, so I just put the damn thing back in there. But I knew that the headlight wasn't working when I first started to try to run the bike. Now the bike is running. I also had to do something else. Maybe I'll also point this out. My my starter button, that's fake. That's like a fake button, and it's gonna be hilarious when people are trying to start my bike and they don't know why the fuck it doesn't work. That button was broke. The spring or something in it was just shot, or no, the button was broke, and it just fucking fell out. So I have a momentary switch connected that is like exactly the same thing. I just bought one from Home Depot. It was like $5, and what you gotta do is from those wires that come to the that come into the wiring harness right here, your plug it's this plug. Take from the wiring harness, from this plug, the blue and the white wire, or no, the blue and white wire and the black wire, and put those up to your switch. That will be your new starter switch, and then you can just move that fucking switch anywhere you want and hide it on people, and they won't be able to steal your bike. So then just tape these off, because there shouldn't be any power going to them, because this is like a momentary, you know, blip between, you know, it's just going up to the wiring harness. But to recap on the bypass for the relay, I guess you don't need these anymore, because that right there, I think it pulls power. I heard that what the relay does is that if your headlight dies or something, or your high beam or your low beam dies, it'll automatically turn on your high beam. I think that's why it's connected to the blue and to the white, because you have a white and a yellow, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyway, you just jump these two leads, which is the red and the yellow and the blue and the black. So that's what you do to bypass that, and then you can have a fucking normal headlight. And I don't know, don't do what Donnie Don't does. They had this one connected to that one, which meant that the high beam is the low beam. I can kind of tell by how it looks. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, which one's brighter? That one looks brighter. So I should probably switch mine. I'll do that just because I don't want to be a dumb fuck and have my high beam light on all the time and let that burn out on me. So if I get into anything else further, I'm gonna test these two because they weren't doing anything, and I don't know if they both had to do with the relay or if only one of them had to do. So I still may have a gremlin in here somewhere, and I gotta tape these off so they don't touch anything in here. But this is all secured now, so you know that shit's all good. All right, talk to you later. Oh, I just wanted to add one more thing. The voltage regulator. It's not a voltage regulator. It's a reserve power, or what do they call it? Reserve lighting unit. That's what this thing is. That's right next to the voltage regulator. Reserve lighting. So it says reserve lighting device. If you need to bypass that, it's the blue and the black wire, and the blue and the yellow wire. Blue and the black wire, blue and the yellow wire. I'm not going to bypass that one yet because I'm not sure if it's totally screwed. That might actually be the thing that that fixes your headlight or whatever. Yeah, I had it wrong. That's the thing that if your low beam dies, it automatically turns on your high beam for you. So like when the filament blows out or whatever, you're not like going down the road in the dark and go, oh shit, I can't see where I'm going. You know, it'll automatically switch it on. I think that's what that one is. So that's kind of a nice feature. This one I guess is just a relay. You know, power on, then turn it on. You know, relay. Changing using a low amount of power to change a high amount of power, something like that. But I mean, it's not really necessary because I got fuses. All right.